Hello everyone, this is Average Gamer Cabby here. Going to show you a pretty cool build called the 7 Roach Rush. Now, the beauty of this build is that 1, it's really fun. 2, it applies a lot of pressure very early on and forces your opponent to defend against it. 3, it's not an all-in, so you can expand behind it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And my favorite part, it doesn't take a lot of APMs to do. I think I averaged about 60 to 70 APMs to get this build to work. So the first step, it's called a double extractor trick. And what we're going to do is we're going to drone up to 10. So you see I'm at 10 supply here. And then we're going to save up a tiny bit of money, about 80, 90 minerals. And then we're going to create 2 extractors. Now these 2 extractors, because our drones have been used, now raise or lower our supply to 8 of 10. We then create 2 drones and cancel the extractors. And that puts us up to 12 of 10 supply. Now at 12, we're going to save up a little bit of money. We're going to want to create an overlord to get rid of this supply overage that we have. And we're going to want to use the next 200 minerals that we have to create a spawning pool. We want to get an early spawning pool going because we want to get a queen out early. And we want to get that queen out early so that we can inject and have our roach warren finish at the same time as the inject finishes. So it's all going to come together about 4.5 minutes. So we've got our spawning pool down. We're going to drone up now to about 16. Then we're going to put down an extractor, and we're going to create a queen. And this whole time we want to keep our drones around 16 until our queen is done. So you'll see here, right now, I'm just pumping out as many drones as I can. My supply hits 16, so I build an extractor. I drone up one more time to get my supply back to 16. And that's going to be coming any second here. There it is. And now, as soon as this spawning pool finishes, we're going to put out a queen. We're going to start creating that queen. So there's the queen. The next step here is an overlord. And then we're going to put down the roach warren. So once the overlord's cooking, which this is, we're just saving up enough money for the roach warren. And also we're going to want to create a couple of drones, probably put ourselves around 20 supply after this. So there's the overlord. There are the drones coming in. And then here's the roach warren. Now the only other thing we have to build now is an overlord, and that's going to give us enough supply room to build all 7 roaches. As soon as this queen's out, we're going to inject. There it is. And now our timing is set. This roach warren is going to finish right as these extra 4 little guys pop. What are they called again? Larva. As soon as these extra 4 larvae pop. One key thing I forgot to mention is that as soon as this extractor is done, you put your 3 drones in it, because you need gas so quickly for this build. Now you need 175 gas to build the 7 roaches, and even I didn't even quite hit that. You'll see here I select them all and I start building them, and then I still have 1 left over, and it's a few seconds behind. So even when I did this, I was about 5 seconds off. Now I scouted with my overlord and I made a mistake here. The overlord gets killed, and I'm lucky that I already used all the supply from that overlord. So, I mean, it's not going to set me back at all. I'm just going to build an extra overlord. But with this build, you really don't have to scout. The idea here is that either they scout you, and they know you're coming with all of these roaches, and they have to defend and it throws off their build, or they don't know it's coming and you win. So don't do the mistake that I did here in Scout. Just let them come to you. Now we've got about 30 seconds until this hits the other side of the map. So on this side, what we're going to do is we're going to start working on expanding. So we're going to save up a little bit of money. We're going to send out a drone to expand, and then we're going to create a lair back at home. And we're going to keep our injects up as well as best we can. It's tough to do all this stuff at once. The main thing is that we're expanding because we know there's not going to be an attack anytime soon. We're pushing out with quite a lot of aggression. So we're okay to create a lair, to do our expansion, and to put down some extractors. Now, here's where the attack hits. Now, you're okay to shift your focus up here and just create drones back home. Try and micro these as best you can. You want to not lose them. I mean, it's okay if you lose a few because they're sort of doing their job already, but obviously the more units you can keep alive, the more pressure you can keep on, and the more likely you are to win. Now, I know the response here wasn't perfect because I'm against a medium AI. I just wanted to show you guys how easy the build is and how quickly this attack can hit. Most players would have expanded by now, and you can put pressure on their expansion, force them to cancel it. I mean, this attack hits so early that you really have your choice of what you'd like to do. So what we're doing here is just simply harassing, trying to keep these alive as long as we can. And back home, this is where the important stuff's happening. Back home, our lair is finishing. We've got an expansion about to pop with extractors building for all of them. We've kept our injects up so that we have tons of drones. This is exactly how this build wins you games. Whether this attack works or not, it's not an all-in, so you're in a great position to continue and to beat your opponent. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to put the build order down below this video, guys. Please practice it. Please try it. It took me about probably 4 tries to get the build down to where it is now, which really isn't that many tries, and it's a pretty easy thing to do. Just remember that the idea behind this build is to get some pressure out there, force your opponent to react and delay their plans, and behind that, for you to expand. It looks like it's going to be a crazy huge attack, but really it's just 7 roaches. It's, 175 gas and maybe 400 minerals. So it's not a massive investment on your part. Let me know how it goes. Send me some comments. As always, average gamers, keep playing, keep having fun, and thanks for tuning in.